the tape for our last match this evening. It is an all-Scandinavian affair. Tommy Langaker taking on Sebastian Brosche. Expect some pretty funky guard work in this one. For Tommy Langaker, white gi for Sebastian Brosche. I wonder if we'll get a guard pull from Brosche early here. I have seen him literally, jumping triangle, quick from Langaker. Switches to the armbar. Looked like he's switching to an armbar, but he's locked the triangle up here.
Yeah, he's sliding down to the armbar. He could catch this here. It's very tight, it looks like.
This could be bad for Sebastian Brosche. Gets the extension. Langaker cranking for everything he's worth. He's elevated off the mat.
Seeing that elbow flexibility come into play.
Yeah, Brosche trying to protect here. He's going to step over the face. Langaker staying focused. Still going for the arm rather than the triangle submission. Again, elevated off the mat. Brosche trying to bring that knee up on the inside to just create some space inside the legs of Langaker, and he does a good job of breaking out here. Fantastic defense from Sebastian Brosche, and he smiles at Tommy Langaker.
A very fast attack from Tommy.
We see Miha Perkovic in the corner of Sebastian Brosche. He, of course, holds the highest submission win percentage in Polaris, 3 for 3.
Yeah, Tommy has a very good guard using his collar and sleeve position.
Lovely sweep from Langaker over the top there.
Stop. Back in.
We're going to re-establish in the middle. We're just going to check.
Time.
We're going to take medic time for, I think it's a bloody nose for Sebastian Brosche.
Yeah, okay. Okay now.
Well, he's had a tough start to this match so far.
I mean, you know, what does it do to you? I mean, yes, you defended that submission, but your opponent putting you in that kind of spot in the opening 4 or 5 seconds certainly play havoc with you a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it can do. You know, it's one of those things. Tommy went to it straight away. He managed to escape. It might also give him some confidence that he knows Tommy's potentially can't submit from that position as well.
I mean, that triangle armbar combination is a hallmark of Tommy Langaker, as I mentioned very briefly in the walkout. Sorry, European Open in the Absolute Division 2018 submitted Herbert Santos and Renato Canuto back to back. Also, actually submitted Michael Liera Jr. at the Euros in January of this year.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at where this occurred.
On your back in the middle, please.
And it was in that submission, just getting very tightly crunched up.
One pan script.
Nothing too serious though. Medics have cleaned him up, and we're back with Brosche looking to play some spider guard or open guard here.
Yeah, Tommy has some excellent passing. We saw him in one of the Polarises. He did a fantastic little inversion to the back.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what he can do with someone with the slightly unusual guard of Sebastian Brosche.
Well, Sebastian is incredibly flexible in the guard. He can put his legs basically flat on the ground out to his sides.
Brosche, 9 years the senior of Langaker. Just moving him about with those bicep grips. Langaker tries to shark past.
Excellent transition.
Yeah, pulled him one way and in the transition jumped straight to the back. He's going to look for perhaps a sliding collar here. Standing body triangle for Tommy Langaker, going clean across the face here.
Yeah, he's now like trying to look and set up that collar grip so he can attack the neck, fall off to the side.
Yeah, he's got to secure those grips before he looks to break the posture. Really trying to stay and climb high, feet going to the hips almost for a moment. Options for Brosche here.
Brosche just needs to be patient. He's doing the right thing. He's trying to pull Tommy around the corner, which is one of the problems with this standing back position. And if he can do that, he's going to be in a much, much better position. Tommy's just trying to stay hanging on here.
He's cleared one hook, replaced by Langaker.
Well, Tommy's very, very flexible in his own right. You can see him just trying to come around and transition to the armbar and triangle again.
Oh, what a beautiful transition. He's playing with that triangle armbar combination, but again, the nose of Brosche has opened up.
Well, Tommy was really trying to dig that choke into the face, so it's not surprising.
Tommy's got such good agility and creativity. It's really a pleasure to watch.
I think the creativity is the best part so far. I mean, you know, just to open up the positions, force the change of direction. There's a beautiful back take. The transition to the second triangle armbar was excellent, just a little bit loose.
That's in there pretty tight. Let me get started. So. go. Okay, a couple more.
Very unusual. We get blood and cut stoppages in professional grappling, but it does happen every so often. There is, of course, a full medical team on task here. Hashtag Polaris9. Let us know what you think of all the evening's events here from the Indigo at the O2. Tomorrow night, of course, just across the concourse here, UFC Fight Night London is going down.
Anything?
Jorge
hygiene-
Masvidal taking on
hygienic
Darren
there?
Till in that one.
Okay.
We've still got plenty more action for you here this evening. Jake Shields, Rafael Lovato Jr. our main
Follow
event
guard,
of
Tommy.
the main card coming up
Okay,
shortly.
ready?
And we've also got a preview a little bit later for Polaris 10 with an absolutely fantastic main event. We got confirmed really just an hour before the show started tonight. Stay tuned for all of that. Jumping guard pass attempt from Brosche though.
Tommy's looking at establishing this matrix position that they really like to use.
Well, he's pummeled the legs through and he's looking to go behind here.
Very nice inversion and coming up to the leg drag and starting to pass.
What a fantastic sequence of inversion from Langaker.
And he's going straight over, and it looks like he might try and step into the triangle again because he's pinning that arm to the ground.
Big bridge from Brosche, but Langaker just settles down, secures the hips. You can see him lacing that left arm through to try and turn the hips and the knees of Brosche. At the same time, he's still got a very tight right collar grip.
Very high bridge from here we see a little bit of the flexibility of Sebastian just easily putting that leg over Tommy's head.
Yeah, I mean, we think of it in terms of guard work, but obviously guard retention and replacement very tricky indeed.
Stop.
We're almost through the first half of this one.
You okay? Okay, okay, pull up.
Well, it's been all Tommy so far.
Ready?
We've got one
Fight.
more gi match coming your way on the main card. That's Eduardo Rios versus Santeri Lilius, our opening bout. But otherwise, it's all no gi for the remaining 5 matches.
Quick little change of position there. Sebastian just stood up and knocked Tommy down. It was nice.
So looking to step around here and almost getting past for the first time is Brosche. Trying to drive those hips in, but good frames from Langaker and immediately trying to go to work on that collar and sleeve. Shoots the triangle up.
Yeah, again, very fast triangle attack. Trying to shot that out.
Wrist
and
lock
locked it in.
coming from Langaker perhaps.
It looks like he might be trying to set into the omoplata.
Yeah, that leg over the top of Brosche definitely complicating matters for him.
Yeah, if Sebastian can pull his arm out, he's going to be in the donkey guard that we don't often see.
So Langaker triangling his legs there just to try and solidify on the back of the shoulder. Just to try and clear that leg. Wow, looking to push free now.
He's trying to push free and maybe try to go to the baby bowler position or the crab right position. Sebastian's just kind of keeping him locked in, and he's also tied up both of Tommy's legs now. It's going to allow him to start maybe attacking the legs, looking for the knee bars, toe holds, things like that.
Yeah, he's got double leg entanglement here. You see Langaker going for the pant grips. Well, they've both got double pant grips now. See who can come up on top.
Get inside position with your leg, Sebastian, with your right leg. Put it on the inside.
The corner of Brosche asking for him to pummel for inside leg position. Easier said than done with those pant grips, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Tommy comes up on top here. And we saw a little bit of the flexibility of Sebastian again.
So guard for Brosche, moving towards the final third of this last preliminary bout. Langaker looking to invert again underneath. It's the same transition we saw a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah, now he's into some heavy passing here. It's going to make it difficult for Sebastian to regard. Very nice transition to side control and knee on belly.
You've got to appreciate the change in passing style from that floating inversion immediately into heavy crush passing. Knee on belly for Langaker, but a lot of space for Brosche to replace guard here.
Yeah, particularly someone that's flexible, he just brings his leg back up and steps on the bicep.
I mean, it's not just his flexibility, it's his dexterity as well. I mean, he can sit on the floor and without hardly using his hands, put his legs behind his head.
Very nice sweep there from Sebastian.
I think that was aided by Langaker trying to step through and pin the leg down. Good change of position here. This all Norwegian clash closing out our preliminary card. Long step from Brosche.
Yeah, putting a lot of pressure down, really trying to make Tommy's life hard. Then for a moment it looked like he tried to lift him to pull into that armbar.
Yeah, Langaker being very deliberate about where he placed his feet in that inversion. So again, Brosche pinning that leg, looking to control those pant grips. We've seen Langaker sweep several times from here, though, when he frames on the hip and elevates Brosche over his head.
He's got that collar and sleeve position, transitions into a traditional De La Riva with a pant grip. Very hard grips to break.
Yeah, Brosche not able to turn his knee outwards, which should be a traditional way to start trying to free the leg from De La Riva.
Yeah, this makes it very hard to knee slide through.
Brosche is really going to that lead knee.
Brosche is putting
drive it to the mat.
A lot of pressure in there from Brosche, but Tommy beautifully brought that leg back over the top just to re-establish his guard a little bit better. Again, now he's trying to pull him on top and go underneath.
You can see the change of direction from Langaker's great, but he gets a shin on the face for his troubles.
Again, he's now trying to pull those knees inside, start using the hooks and the crab roll.
Oh, what a back take from Tommy Langaker.
Yeah, very nice. A little strong seatbelt as well.
Yeah, looking to cement this position. He's going to try and get both hooks in. You see that top hand of Brosche fighting for everything he's worth. One hook in, well, both hooks almost. Let's see if he can flatten his fellow Norwegian out from this position, or if he's going to transition off the top.
He could go back to this triangle again. He might have a collar grip, which is why he's straightening up this angle so he can use the bow and arrow choke. It's difficult to tell from this position.
You've seen him, he's just so diverse in how he uses his legs up around these head and arms to really put the pressure on, and a lot of downward pressure. He gets the submission. Tommy Langaker, I presume a sliding collar choke or something of that. But stunning transitions from the Norwegian.
Yeah, very, very nice jiu-jitsu.
I'm here with our winner, Tommy Langaker. Tommy, another fantastic performance from you here on Polaris. Give us your thoughts on that bout, because a lot of changes of position, but you had some great bites early on.
Fighting Sebastian is a great honor. He's a legend in Norwegian Jiu-Jitsu. Taking the fight with him is always difficult. He's a flexible, experienced guy, very strong, sneaky, and yeah, it was a great fight. I'm happy that I got the victory, and I'm happy I got to fight him.
We've always seen a very strong attacking style from you, exactly what we want to see here at Polaris. What's next for you, and are you looking forward to coming back on the show and having another crack at someone else?
There's one guy that's been talking shit on the Berimbolo, and that guy, I need to teach him a lesson, show him that shit he called worm guard doesn't work, and I need to Berimbolo him. Yeah, and I want to fight Keenan Cornelius. Hope so.
Well, Keenan, of course, has fought here before. I'd love to see that happen. We'll talk to the guys backstage, see if we can get it going for you.
I know he's going to try to back up because I'm smaller and he's bigger, but you know, I'm ready for the challenge. He just has to sign the contract, and I'm fighting him.
Strong words from your winner here this evening, ladies and gentlemen, Tommy Langaker.